Oh, this is so good. Um, Welcome, you guys, to your One Decision. I am your host, Tiffany Stewart, and today I am sitting down with Mya. She is the host of Cyan Candle Company here in Glendale, Arizona. Welcome, Mya. Thank you so much for being here today on my show.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having me and listening.
Oh my gosh. You guys, I am so excited today for today's interview because Mya is literally, it's the coolest stuff ever that she does. She is such an incredible person. I have been with her this morning learning so much about her and so much about everything she does and she creates. And I am just so excited. So Mya, thank you. Thank you so much again. So Mya, tell us and tell everybody, the listeners and the viewers, what exactly you do.
Yeah, so I am the owner of Cyan Candle Co. So candles, of course. We have some candles here that I create out of coconut wax. And then I am also an intuitive. So I have some spiritual based services that I offer.
Yes, these candles are absolutely incredible. So, Mya has created them out of a coconut and apricot base, and we're going to actually get into more about all of her candles and all of her products in a little bit. With everything, I just can't wait for you guys to learn all about everything she has because I want to buy like one of every single thing here. I'm just like a kid in a candy store, and everything is just so cool. And I feel like after I leave here, I'm going to really be like blessed or something. And I'm just going to have so much like great positive energy. She has the best energy. So, anyways, so I'm just going to kind of get right into it because then we can get into all of her products. But so, Mya, tell us, what was your one decision to create the Cyan Candle Company and kind of what got you here to this point of selling everything and creating everything?
Yeah, so I think for me, right off bat is grief, honestly. My journey with grief after losing my mom, having a way to connect to her and work through my issues, candles became very therapeutic for me. So when I was creating them, I was like nothing else mattered, and I was able to work through memories and, happiness and sadness, both with losing my mom. So it was
Yeah.
really grief that had brought Cyan Candle Co to me.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I know you were really close to your mom, and she was really supportive of you kind of getting everything, in your life that you wanted to do and create. And she's supportive of everything. So,
Right.
so when you kind of got started with everything, was it more like a hobby, or how did it kind of get to the point where you thought, like, I think that this would be a really good business and I could do this?
Yeah. So yes, it was originally created. I was doing it for my own healing journey, right?
Yeah.
As a hobby, as a way for me just to have an outlet for me to, release what I needed to release. Then I had started providing, or not providing, I was gifting candles to like coworkers or like maybe friends I had at the time, even some family members. And from there, it kind of grew because people were like, these are amazing. Like,
Yeah.
you should try to sell them. And then from there, I started doing markets in the community. And I guess that helped me to go to another level because just when people would come to my table and like smell my candles and, let me know like, hey, this scent brings back this memory or like it makes me feel joyful. Like that's what I wanted to create, that therapeutic base, for the candles. So then from there it kind of grew.
Yeah. And I think it's, so many people when they can connect with a scent, with a memory and everything, it's such a connection that, people want to buy things like that.
Right.
And, with each and every one of yours, it has a meaning and everything to it as well, too, which makes it that much more special.
Yeah.
And, yeah. So, I mean, I know that you were working other jobs before this.
Correct.
But did you, when you first started out, have to kind of supplement your income while you were kind of building this and, work both jobs?
Yeah. So I did for years supplement my income. I want to say probably around 2023, I decided to not do work anymore. So I think Cyan Candle Co at that point was 3, almost 4 years old, something like that. I really stopped working for health reasons, but I had this to like kind of help pick me back up, and just be able to kind of operate on my own basis, if that makes sense.
So I know you mentioned for health reasons. So why don't you, since I know the story, you guys, but you guys don't. So what were the health reasons, and what was that other job that you were doing that kind of also brought you towards this path on this journey here?
Okay. So my background, as far as work, I've been in the behavioral health field for the last 18 years, and I still say I'm in it because I do have another business. However, I was doing counseling at the time when my health started to kind of decline, and I am a mom, so I have to make sure at the end of the day, no matter what, I got to be there for my children. So if my health is declining, so I think my blood pressure was just raging, right? And then I was just like, I can't do it. I need to.
And it was because of the people's energy of what you were doing.
That's what I feel like.
Because
I was under.
You're such an empath.
Yes,
you feel. You take
very
on,
empathetic.
You
extremely empathetic.
She can definitely feel everybody's energy, and it takes on. So that's kind of how it.
So just everything started happening like all at once. I'm like, I have to shut it down. From there, I decided to venture out on my own and make sure, regardless of how much money I had, like I just started expanding and just following my intuition, following my guts, even though a lot of it was lessons that I had to learn, but it still keeps me centered to what I'm here for, what I'm doing, what I want to provide to others, and then from there, kind of like all the spiritual aspects, like my herbalism started to grow and then come into fruition.
So good. Because your mental health is just so important with whatever it is that you do. And I think that's a lot of which brings a lot of us, women business owners, to become business owners, is because a lot of the other jobs that we're in kind of really do take a toll on us, and we're just not that happy doing that.
Correct.
So no matter how much hard work that we do put in as a business owner, it's just, you just feel so much better. And just to get out of, things that don't make you feel good. So I think that's, very important as well too. So kind of tell me, let's go back and tell me, what were the first steps though that you did? I know you said that you did the markets, you went to some markets, and then it kind of evolved. You were making everything out of your home.
Yes.
And then everything sort of evolved. And now you have your storefront here in Glendale. And so people, can come here and everything. So that's kind of.
So to me, my first steps were research. I did a lot of research because obviously almost every avenue that you do go into for a business, it's going to be saturated to some extent, right? So research is very huge. You can go obviously off of your feelings and your intuition, but research is very huge. So I wanted not only to set my branding apart, but like to also know that the things that people like candles, right? So we want to make sure it's as clean as possible and make sure it's an alignment for a purpose versus just an ambience, if that makes sense. So a lot of research, and then markets, and then I went to opening up a storefront. So this is not my first location. I actually had like an actual retail store where I had other local vendors in and stuff. Unfortunately, I didn't pan out, but again, there's lessons in everything. And then, now I'm here where I'm still doing what I love, still pouring candles, still out in the community, and then also offering service-based packages as well.
Yeah. I know you just said that you kind of researched I guess, I don't want to call it material because it's not a material, but candles can be made out of different products, and yours are made out of coconut and apricot.
Yes.
And I know that you told me the reason why you chose that, but if you could tell everyone else.
So
I think it's super cool, and you guys need to know because it really makes sense. Because candles, you guys, we inhale things, and it's really important that the clean products that Mya is using, it's so much better than, sorry, like Bath and Body Works. I love your
Yes.
candles, but I don't think
Yeah.
they're probably the most clean and the best for us to be inhaling. So
Correct.
how did you choose
The
the
coconut
coconut?
wax. Yeah. So I chose coconut wax. I started with soy. And then I had, again, I was grieving when I was making candles. So I started with soy, and then it hit me. My mom had cancer, and during that time, she was not able to have soy products or, ingest it, eat it, anything like that. So I was like, why am I doing something with soy if this is, part of a component for cancer? So I had then did my research, and I came up with coconut and tried that and just kind of like fell in love with it. It's a clean burning wax. You're going to have little to no soot on the candles, and it's lasts longer. And the fragrance is, to me, but I could be biased. The fragrance is like 10 times as much. It might not be that much, but you know what I mean? Like it's very fragrant, and it goes a long way.
And it burns longer too.
Yes, it does burn
much
longer.
longer.
And so even for me, generally I've always had like 2-story houses. Like if I'm burning a candle downstairs, like in like a main area, I'm gonna smell it still upstairs.
So they're very aromatic.
Travels, yes.
Very aromatic.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's important.
Yeah.
I know I don't like purchasing candles sometimes that don't have a scent.
Right.
I mean, I know candles can be burned for, ambiance or, for different purposes, but I always like a little bit of a scent.
Yes.
So, and these smell amazing.
Thank you. And then also coconut, is a protective measure too. So it's a cleanser. So it kind of helps to cleanse the environment as it's burning. So.
Yeah, cleanse the area. And that's the other thing that I kind of want to, get in with everything is all of the different components. And then, by the way, I don't know if you guys, for you who are watching, obviously on YouTube, you can see that I am drinking. This is a tea, and this is
Clear Mind.
It's called Clear Mind.
Yes.
And Mya actually makes these, and I'm ready. Okay, so here, how cute is this? First of all, sorry guys on Spotify, you're just gonna have to go watch on YouTube if you guys are listening on Spotify. But okay. So actually, instead of me trying to stumble through trying to explain this as I'm butchering everything here, why don't you go ahead and explain to everybody, because it's fantastic and it's got caffeine in it.
Yes.
So maybe that's why I'm a little hyper right now and a little spasmodic-y.
Yeah. So this is Clear Mind tea. So this is one of my favorites and most popular teas. So it has hibiscus, orange peel. You can also do lemon peel if you want a customization. And then it has gunpowder, which is a form of a green tea. So it does have some caffeine, not a high content, but essentially this tea works together to clear your mind, help you focus more while giving you a boost of energy at the same time. Yes. But it shouldn't be a chaotic energy. It should just be nice and calm and clear and focused.
I'm just chaotic, you guys. I am chaotic.
Is what it provides. Yeah. So the orange peel is for, help lifting the vibration. Yeah. And then the hibiscus is good for many different things. It is good for blood pressure, but it also helps with kind of that heart chakra that you can help to kind of balance and clear out.
Right.
So,
yeah. No, everything is so intentional that she puts into all of her products, which is, absolutely amazing. It's, you don't think about when you kind of, go into just a store and you look at these things, you don't really understand what kind of goes into it, especially I think with, us small business owners and with Mya, with everything that she's gone through and the thoughtfulness of everything. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a lot.
It is.
It's a lot. And, I mean, it's so good. And she's got, I want to go kind of go into the other products and everything as well too. But I just want to talk about her products. I don't even really want to do the actual interview, you guys. I mean, that's why I kind of want to just rush through it, our interview portion, because I really want to just talk about the products. Okay. I'm just, so okay, going back to, and of course, let me remind you guys, this is always uncut, unedited. So, you get what you get. So, so yes. Anyway, so what was though the hardest part of kind of creating this that nobody really talks about when you start a business?
Yeah. Um, I want to say probably the ups and downs, because as a small business, you might not have steady income that's
Yeah.
coming in every single month.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously that's a hope, but I would say it's probably the ups and downs and the lessons that come with the business. But that's with life, right? You're going to get lessons and everything, but
Yeah.
it's how you power through it. So I would say that's probably one of the biggest hurdles. And then just kind of having to navigate, right? So I went through a lot of hardships with my
Yeah.
business that I've had to navigate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably a lot of trial and error too.
Yeah.
With kind of combining all the different combinations.
Yeah.
Maybe.
No,
Not
so much on a scent base. Again, I'm very intentional. So I have.
She's a professional. I would probably be putting like the wrong things together. And it would like be like, oh my gosh, this smells terrible.
And I've been doing, candles for over 6 years. Even though the business is 6 years, I've been doing for over 6 years. So my blends that I do, I blend my own scents on an intentional basis. And then what goes into them also is very, to me, unique, because I speak the affirmations into the candles as they're fusing up. So they fuse in that affirmation.
Yeah.
And then they have sound healing and Reiki as well infused into the candles.
Yeah.
So, and then blending the own scents, I think is a good thing, because you're not going to get the scents anywhere out beyonder unless it's like, a holiday, if I'm making a pumpkin and something like that. But yeah.
And that's what the amazing thing is too, because, after really sitting down and talking to you, I feel so confident when I am going to go home and burn the candles that I purchased from you today, that they're actually, that she actually did do it. Like you can read things.
Yeah.
Like, okay, this is, been blessed with this or made with it. But with you, like you really do it.
Yeah.
Like I think so many other things are so mass produced, and factory produced by like bigger companies that want to say, okay, this will do this and that, but I don't believe, that they're actually going to take the time out of every single product, like every candle, like every mist, and we'll get into everything else in the tea, everything that, Mya does make. So I think, she does it and she really does bless everything. And like, I think that is just so incredible. So, on that though, going back to the business end of this, so I know that, your one decision, obviously, I had started this because I, wanted to base obviously this podcast about, women and women business owners so we can kind of connect together and be encouraging to one another and be supportive of, a woman who is, on the verge of making her decision to open her own business, and also as an area for us women to network and get to know one another. But that being said, after I like to ramble sometimes, I have to make myself stay on track as to what we were talking about sometimes. But what advice would you give to a woman who was on the edge of making her one decision of starting her own business?
I would say be intentional. Everybody wants money, right? Everybody desires money. Everybody has bills to pay, but at the end of the day, the intention is what matters and the resilience. So you're having a business doesn't mean that everything is going to run smoothly. Yes, you can work your hours that you want to work and put, whatever stipulations you want to put on your business, and that's fine and respectable. But at the same time, you just have to have resilience. You have to have intention and not comparing. I think we talked about that, like not comparing yourself to somebody else because there's only one you, right? It sounds cliche, but that's true. Like there's only one you.
Right.
So I would just say that, like just being able to kind of focus and find the niche. And I know it's super exciting. And I was one of those people. It's super exciting to kind of go here and here and here and here, but you really have to hone in on what it is that you want to provide and how you want people to feel and, be intentional with that and then keep going. Yeah. Absolutely keep going. Like There are times when I'm just like, I need to put it back for a little bit, and that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm still working, but I'm working on myself in order to be better for my business, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because, as business owners, we do pour our everything into our businesses. So it's important for us to, take a step back sometimes and, give ourselves some attention.
Yeah.
And, kind of regroup and refocus so then we can continue to build and, and it's important to do that. So I think that's very good advice, to get when you're creating is to, let yourself have a minute.
Yeah.
And do that. So I'm so excited. All right. So now that we kind of have the traditional interview, we'll say, out of the way, we can talk about everything, all your products. Okay. So I kind of want to start right now with these products right here. So this right here, amazing. I wish you guys could smell this. This is amazing. So this is called the Selenite Sky. Selenite Sky. And it's an aura mist. Yes. And I don't know if you guys can see it.
It's shake it up a little bit.
It's like sparkly. Anyway, so tell us what this does because I'm going home with this too.
Yeah. So I created this product to help cleanse and clear spaces and energy. Yeah. Again, I'm a person who picks up on energies, which is a blessing and a curse, but I am a person who picks up on energies, whether that's good energy, whether that's bad energy. So I wanted to create something specifically to help calm your body, right? Your nervous system, as well as be able to cleanse and clear out the environment at the same time. So this could be sprayed on your person. It can be in the environment and the intention. It has selenite actually in it, selenite bits, and then it has some essential oils. So it has, I think, lavender for the calming, myrrh for the cleansing, and then it has a tiny bit of fragrance that's added into it.
This fragrance is so good.
So good. It is. It's really good.
It like lingers too. Yeah. It lingered for a really long time, and we sprayed just a little bit of it.
Yes. So that's the creation behind this. It's the only one I created this. I actually worked for months on this product. I want to say over 6 months.
Yeah.
On this and like the branding, or not the branding, but I don't know what I'm trying to say, but like the labeling and everything that goes with this. This actually comes with selenite as well, like a stick of selenite, and I do have it in a kit with an aura oil that you can put on yourself. So I also have the oil as well.
So I just like had a thought, since, I'm single and I date, I'm like, this would be something good for us women to keep when we have a bad date.
Yep. Cleanse that energy.
Get rid of that guy. Bye. Yeah. But yeah, no, this stuff is amazing.
And just like with my candles, every product that I make is infused with affirmations, is infused with sound healing, and Reiki. So every single product. So that as well.
Yeah. Okay. So tell us then, okay, I know, all right, we'll go with the candles since the candles are right here too. So they're, as we say, are all made out of the coconut and apricot, but this and this one, oh my gosh, this one I want to eat. I literally want to eat this one. It is so good. What are the names of these ones?
So this one is called Ori, which means your head, right? So I say Ori, but it's also like your higher self, right? Okay. That's where your Ori is. So this one is cocoa butter, has some cashmere. Oh, and heliotrope. I think I said the wrong name. So it has like a flower in it as well. And then again, there should be affirmations on every single candle. So this one says, I am led by light, not by fear. I trust my Ori to guide my path. So I trust my higher self to continue to guide my path. So that's the affirmation for that.
So does someone, when they light this, do they say that every time?
They don't have to. It's completely up to the person.
Okay.
I try to be as intentional with everything. So when I do light a candle, I'm putting my own little spin on things. So
got it.
Essentially what this is, with every candle, you can meditate with it. You can, find peace or just use it as ambience. So it really depends on the person.
Yeah.
But that's what is built into this one. And so this candle would be like the journey to self, essentially. Like you can light this if you're, stressed, or if you're journaling and want to find something new, or if you're working on something to do with yourself, like this would be a candle for that.
And just so you all know too, if for some reason, you have stumbled, I know that, I kind of base all of my guests that I have on my show here in Arizona. But if you do happen to stumble across this, or even if you are in Arizona, but if you are from out of state, these are all sold on your website.
Yeah.
So anybody can get all of this stuff. And I mean, trust me, you can eat it. You don't eat it. I know.
But no, they are
it smells so good.
all on my website at cyancandleco.com.
And then this one is more of like, would you call it like an earthier tone? Then this one's more sweeter because you want to eat it. But this one
is smoked lavender, and then I have some sage and mint. So it's more of like a cleansing. So this is my alchemist line. So alchemist, obviously you're changing energy around. So this line is going to be more geared towards that, like the cleansing nature, and uplifting. So it is more of a grounding scent.
Yeah, I mean, love these. These are so good, so good. And then now I know that you have a lot of the cleansing ones, and we did actually kind of go over a lot of the different cleansing stuff, because I'm currently looking for a new place to live. So I want to cleanse my new space. And there is another cleansing candle, which this one would be good, but there's this cleansing candle too. And these are in the pillar form.
Yeah. So these are 7-day ritual candles. So this one is renew. So it's cleansing and purification. So the oil that goes in here is cleansing, as well as they will have herbs like on top of them already built in. And then the herbs would be specific to cleansing. So when you burn this, you just would say, or you don't have to say, they have very minimal intentions built into these, but you can create your own intention as well. So, upon lighting the candle, you could say, I'm lighting this candle in order to help cleanse and purify my space, remove any stagnant energy, anything that you're feeling, kind of just what your intention is, and then lighting the candle.
So for our listeners and viewers out there on the pillar candles, because I had asked this question, because I know she said it was a 7-day candle, if you're supposed to burn it all at once for the full 7 days, or, can you go on and off, and where's the best placement for these candles?
Yeah. So everyone has something different. However, I would say if you are not in a space to burn it all in one time, you don't have to. You can let it go, put the candle out. If you have to go to work or something, when you come back home, you can burn it again. Each and every single time that you burn it, I would set the intention again. And then for me, I would say the best placement for candles is in the kitchen, just because if you think about a kitchen, it brings nourishment into your house, right? Like you're eating, that's where a lot of family gatherings happen and stuff like that. Like you're cooking up the nourishment, right? So that's the best placement for me to burn a candle. You can burn it other places in your house. Don't get me wrong. And another way is
central lake hub of your home.
Another one is like by the front door is to burn a candle as well, especially like a cleansing, because obviously you come in and out of your house, right? So that's where that's the energy comes from, that threshold. So that's another good place, especially for cleansing.
I know that we actually talked earlier too. Another kind of interesting thing that Mya does, which I didn't know to do, she places a glass of water next to it. And would you like to tell everybody why a glass of water is good?
Yeah. So I place, when I'm doing like a 7-day like ritual candle, I place the water next to it because it can, let's say we're doing this renew, it's called renew, but it's a cleansing candle. So the glass of water can pick up energy so it doesn't continue spreading your house. So water is essentially a portal, right? Yeah. So it picks up anything that may be stagnant or whatever, and then you can just throw that water out. So it kind of traps it.
Would that be good for okay, so now she's got an evil eye one, which I think we all probably have some haters out there. And so it's really great to protect us. So that would actually maybe be good for the evil eye.
Right.
So then it could capture all of their bad energy, and then you could toss that water out. Now, would you
toss it outside?
Yeah. Toss it, outside.
By a tree, preferably, but you can toss it outside. Yeah.
And would you, let's just say you're burning it for 7 days, would you toss every day of the water to refresh the water to get more badness?
Yes.
Or wait the whole 7 days.
You can. Again, just because I say something doesn't mean that somebody else isn't going to say something else. So it's really up to you,
how you
feel and how you want to do it. Water spiritual waters, so you call them, is a good thing to have around your house anyway, because it lets you know the energy of your house. So having glasses of water, glass, not plastic, around your house is very good, as long as they're not in direct view of like a mirror or any like black screen, stuff like that. So
kind of like in a corner.
Good. Yeah.
A corner.
Yeah.
Corner would be good.
Yeah.
With the pillars too, she also has the money one.
Yeah.
Which I'm going home with this.
I'm going
home with all of these. I mean, maybe I should just say, like, let me go get a bag and, you know, I'll take one of everything, really.
Everything. I have bags.
So, so that's really cool. So her candles are amazing. And yeah, I honestly wish you guys could smell them because they are so wonderful. Yeah. So some of the other things that Mya does too, she's actually a Reiki master. And so would you want to tell us a little bit too about that Reiki energy work that you do?
Yeah. So
it's energy work, right?
Yeah.
Energy work. Not energy healing. I've learned it's not healing.
It is healing, but it's not an all healer. Does that make sense? Like,
because you're always working.
Yes, you're always working on yourself. Like there's always a part of you that you have to heal. You might heal little bits and pieces at a time. I just don't like to call it healing because you're always going to be healing. It's a lifelong thing. So anybody who says that they're 100% healed is not accurate.
When you heal one thing, there's always something waiting in the shadows that you need to heal next. So it's continual. So anyways, sorry.
So Reiki is a practice that is hands-on or hands-off, depending on the person, that you draw energy through your hands, essentially to remove is not the word I'm looking for, but kind of fluctuate, move around the energy. Sometimes you're removing it from, the other person's body, like their energy field, their auric field. And it's just to kind of help your nervous system regulate a little bit better. But you can also get it like if you have some ailments, right? So like if you're a person who has headaches, like a lot of headaches or migraines, like it can help with that kind of stuff too. Or some people even say like cancer, but I'm not going to name, I'm not going to say anything like that, but it can help with like ailments and stuff like that. Not necessarily heal, but just kind of help along the journey of healing from that.
Right. Got it. Yeah. That's really interesting. I think that it's great. And I'm definitely, when I have time, I would like to come back and I would like to do that as well too. Okay. I was just going to say something too. Regarding the candles, and I forgot. It will come back to me, but I wanted to mention something to the viewers as well about the candles. But there's so much cool stuff that I just and so, anyways. So Mya also does oracle cards,
readings,
which are oracle readings. And would you like to explain? Because I learned today it is not the same as tarot cards. It is something completely different. So Mya's going to explain.
So let me pick this one up. So this is like one oracle card. There's obviously many different ones, but oracle to me at least is more intuitive based. So like you read the cards, but not necessarily, it's going to attune to whomever you're reading. And there's specific ones, right? So this is healing water. So it's going to be more based on like emotions. And then I have grief oracle cards, and I have work your light, which is going to be more of like, everyday life, like where you're trying to go with like a business or something that can provide some insight, some intuitive insight from that. So it's not really as direct, I would say, as tarot cards. They're more intuitive based, where you go pull from like your intuition, your feelings, and whatever that other person's energy is, like the questions that they have in regard to whatever it may be.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely, I love getting that done. And that's another thing. Like, I feel like I could just, obviously I know we don't have enough time today, but I would love to come back for that as well too, for the business. Always, interested to see where things are going. Okay. So what other type of like spiritual stuff do you do as well too? Because I'm super into it and I really believe it a lot. And I just think it's great. And so what other type of spiritual work do you do as well too?
I think we mentioned like the tea and stuff. So I am a certified herbalist.
Well, that's kind of spiritual.
Yeah. So I'm a certified herbalist. So everything I do is pretty much ancestral based. I will say that right off the bat. So I tend to try to at least go back to my roots or whatever I know about my roots, and attend to it from that angle, if that makes sense. So I do a lot of teas. I do a lot of tinctures. I was trying to see what I have. I have like herbal bath soaps.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't use salt in mine. I use magnesium. So these are, and then I
Oh, so
have
that's
a,
better to use. I know earlier I said Epsom salts. I was like, oh, but
yeah,
no,
so
magnesium.
magnesium. And then I have Caladium oat base. And then I have a coconut milk based one as well, because they have different purposes. I do foot soaks. I can create herbal baths, yoni steams. It really just depends on what somebody is looking for. And then I also offer spiritual guidance. So a lot of my spiritual guidance is towards, right? Usually I'm in the lane of like grief, because that's something that I've been through a lot. So
Yeah.
I tend not to go outside of the parameters of anything that I haven't been through, right?
Right.
And then nervous system support, because that's essentially my background.
Yeah.
And then I also, I don't even know what it's called, like I'm able to, a space clearing practitioner. So I'm able to clear out spaces. So something that fortunately, but unfortunately, I've dealt with is a lot of, like you said before, like a lot of negativity,
Yeah.
a lot of work being thrown my way that for no reason, so I've learned a lot of protective measures, but I did take some classes in that. So I have my Reiki space clearing, but also, again, I use a lot of ancestral stuff. So like a lot of the smoke cleansing and, verbal, like the words that you need to do to cleanse out the spaces. So,
yeah. That's something that you would go to somebody's place to actually do.
Yes.
Yeah. And
whether
that's
their home or like their business, just to kind of lift the vibration and get anything stagnant.
That's so cool.
Away. Yeah.
Because, I'm sure everybody has to experience, because I think even like the most like maybe non-intuitive person.
Yeah.
I
might be able to feel something.
Yeah. I mean, everybody, you guys, like you walk into a place and you can kind of feel something.
Yeah.
So anyways, I really think that, something can be felt. But so they can all find, your avail, or they can contact you, obviously, regarding this service as well. Either probably through Instagram, through DMing you, or obviously on your website.
Yes.
And I remember what I was going to say regarding the candles. Okay. So Mya actually does candle making parties, and classes.
Yeah.
And I was like thinking, how fun would it be for a ladies' night in to get a group of your friends and have Mya host it with her candle making? Yes. Like, how cool is that? So I think that's really cool. And I know that information is on her website, because when I did, look at your website, I did come across that, and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to have a party. I just don't have that many friends. Well, because I'm kind of new to the area, right?
Yeah.
I've only been here for 3 years. I haven't, but I know a lot of people in, my industry where I could get them together, and I really want to do that.
Yeah.
So I am going to plan a party.
Thank you. So I offer generally, I used to offer where I had the space. I don't have the space here. So I would, if I am the person hosting it, I'll find a community space. If I'm hired privately, which I have been, like I'll go to their space and host. Like I've done like a lot of like work events, or there's one event I did outside. I don't really know what it was, but anyway, so I'll go to them essentially and provide the candle making.
I know. How fun. I mean, candles are they bring so much happiness to people, I think, in so many different ways. Yeah. And
they certainly do to me. And I'm not just saying that. Like they really,
They really do. I mean, I know when, I'm on, like, let's just say more of a budget, and I feel like I'm working, and I just need to buy something.
Right.
Like a candle usually is always kind of my go-to because it makes me feel so good.
Yeah.
I just love a candle because it's there for a while, and it gives you hours of enjoyment to be able to either like smell it, look at it, just see the flame, because there's so many like calming aspects, I think, to the candle and everything, which is really great. So anyways, also behind me, which you guys can't really see, but she has got so many different teas and I wanted to ask you, with your tea blends now, can you can somebody request a specific blend?
Yes.
Okay.
So if they need specific herbs, or like let's say they just want to make the tea themselves, and like, hey, do you have these? And I'll say or no if I don't have it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they can request. So
Okay.
I do herbal consultations. So I'm a herbalist. So,
Yeah.
you know, people have come to me for PCOS, for high blood pressure, for what's that thing? Blood sugar, you know,
Oh,
there's all sorts
diabetes.
of things. Yeah. And, you know, then
Diabetes.
I create it for them, like what they need. And I do more than just teas. I do tinctures,
Yeah.
salves, you know, everything on a herbalist basis.
Oh, sweet.
I'm able to do. Oh, and body
Body
butters.
butter.
That's a sample, so you can try it.
Not
And
even. Yeah.
herbal.
Let's see. I want to feel this.
And
Let's see this.
herbal,
I'm gonna try
and
some body butter.
everything's herbal based. So
Yeah,
yeah,
you guys.
so people would just come to me for a
And
consultation, and
yeah.
then you know I'm able to kind of get. I'm just gonna give you a little bit because a little bit goes a long way. I'm able to kind of get a
Mm.
ballpark, you know, like I like to know people are on
Ooh,
medication and that kind of stuff to help them the best way that I can help them.
my God. What is it? This, oh my gosh. For being here in Arizona,
Mhm. It's good. I
oh
love
my
it.
gosh,
I use
it's
this
like
at home.
silk.
Yeah,
It's literally like putting silk on my skin.
yeah, and it smells good.
Oh my God. No,
Lightly
yeah,
scented, but
it
it
smells
smells
so
good
good.
and it has herbs to help your
Oh
skin.
my
So
gosh. You guys,
and almost everything I use is coconut based. So this has coconut oil, and but then I have shea butter in it as well, white shea butter.
oh
So
my gosh. I wish you guys could feel this too.
and I'm sold out of those right now.
Oh no. I was just, my next question was going to be like, okay, I'm going to have to add one of those to the bag as well too. The bag of all of my
Sold out
goodies.
right now, but yeah,
Oh
it
my
is really
gosh. This, you guys, oh,
good. We didn't even do that earlier, so
I know. This is the first time I tried. I just literally,
look
I
back
was
and
like, wait
thought,
a
yeah.
minute.
I
What
have a
is
lot of
this?
little goodies about the candles are coming up. I
Oh
got
my
fruit soaps
gosh.
back there, bath salts,
And what are all these
herbs.
down here? I know you guys, we can't really see
These are
anything,
just
but
they're just different herbs that I have.
oh,
So
more
like this is
herbs.
some rose. I have my
Okay.
little rose, or not my rose, my herbal.
And
I
the
don't know.
little,
I call it masher back here.
yeah.
So to like be able to grind up the herbs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my
and
gosh.
just some
This,
more oracle cards, and I have some teas already mixed over there. So I got some tinctures.
yeah.
I make regular
Oh yeah, here's some other sprays.
herbal sprays. They're generally like um for a reason because they have the herbs in there and the intentions and some crystals. So this one is for opening roads essentially. So if you
Is this a cookie
like you
one?
could have like went to use it when you were looking for like places, right? It would open your roads in order to find what you wanted. So
Oh,
that is like that one.
this is the cookie one. What am
No,
I
no,
smelling? Like
no.
cookies.
Yeah, that's the one back there. That's
Okay.
the protective
A
one, the space
protect. There's
protective.
another space one. It smells like cookies.
It does. It smells really
So
good.
yummy.
Yeah, I think that's all I have here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, I love it, you guys.
Incense. I make incense.
Oh yeah, the incense. Here,
Yeah.
I'll go grab some of these for you. Are these all the same?
No, they're different scents,
Well,
but
let's just see which.
so these are only my scented ones, but I also make herbal incense too, which I roll myself. So these are I should have 3 or 4 different scents. So I have like a citrus one. It's called Happy Days. So very citrusy smelling.
Ooh, that smells good.
Yeah. And then I have one called Unfolded, which goes with one of the candles I have, or it doesn't go. It's the same scent, which is a candle based on my personal journey.
Oh,
this is one of my bestsellers, or is my bestseller of my incense.
Oh,
and then I
love
have
that.
Sacred Smoke. So this is more of like a cleansing one.
Oh yeah, all of these smell really good. Your one, I can see whether your best-selling one is your best-selling one.
I don't have
but
that.
they all
I must be out of one. I have another one that's another cleansing one. It's kind of like a sage and a rose smell, but it's out. And then I also do herbal incense.
What one was your one that you sell the most of?
The Unfolded.
Unfolded.
Yeah.
Unfolded, you guys. It's so good. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Oh. Well, I am just so honored to have been able to sit down with you today and spend the morning with you.
Well, thank you for spending the morning with me and learning more about.
Oh my gosh, I love it, and I know I'm going to tell everybody about it, and and I hope you guys that are either, as I say, listening or watching on YouTube, listening on Spotify, watching on YouTube, absolutely, please go check out Cyan Candle Co. I want to say company.
Well, it is company, but it's just.
But you call it Co. Yeah. So I feel like I should just say it the way you say it.
Co. Yeah.
Cyan Candle Co. Anyways, but yeah, I will have all of her links for her Instagram, her website, and contact information so you guys can get on. But highly, highly, highly recommend you guys check it out and get some of her stuff because I am. And just your story is just such an amazing story, how it all started. And you're doing such a great job. And, you know, you should be very proud of yourself for what you have accomplished. And so we will go ahead now. And why don't you let everybody know? You know, we're going to have her, you know, tell you guys, but I'm going to, as I say, have everything listed below so you guys can find her. So what your name, location of, you know, I already know, obviously it's, you know, Cyan Candle Co, but for the website, location, Instagram.
Yeah. So Cyan Candle Co, my apps for all of my social media. So Instagram, Facebook, I have TikTok, not very much, but I do have a TikTok account. It's going to be at Cyan Candle Co. So CYANCO. My website is cyancandleco.com. And then my physical location is in Glendale. I'm in Arrowhead Town Center. And then I'm at the Phoenix Lawn Suites, which is 17570 North 75th Avenue, I think. And then I'm in Suite 132. So that's everything. And then I don't even know my business phone number.
Well, we'll have everything linked below. Below. Yes. So anybody can get in touch with you and get these wonderful products because I'm super excited to buy all of them. So So anyways, you guys, I just want to say thank you so much for listening to Your One Decision. And don't forget to like, follow, or subscribe, whether you're listening on Spotify or watching on YouTube. Of course, your support means everything to me. And as always, if you are struggling to make your one decision, make sure to check out my mini course, Your One Decision. It is a 7-day transformation course. And you can see that in the link below as well, too. And this is what really helped me make my one decision, of course, and to change the trajectory of my life to get me on the path where I am today with opening up my businesses. And also, if you do know somebody out there who would be perfect for an interview, go ahead and let me know and reach out, and we'll see if they want to be a guest on my show as well, too. So I try, obviously, to drop episodes every week, if not sooner. But thank you all so much for listening. And Mya, oh my gosh, thank you so much. It was such a pleasure. So anyways, you guys, thank you again for listening. Bye. Oh my gosh. How do you feel about that?
It's fine. Good. I was actually not nervous, so I'm happy that helped talking to you beforehand.